So today we want to do a little bit nerd talk about the mixing topics and mastering topics and what are the usual and big challenges when you're a music producer and you want to mix your own stuff. Yeah, so I think the first approach right here, which really is the topic we all have to fight with, it's so difficult, and the most difficult thing is to make it simple, because we are so kind of tempted to use tools, softwares, plugins, instruments and stuff like that, but sometimes it's just very simple. You can just record an instrument, you can just use one microphone, you can just use no plugin and that's the real thing. Yeah, so in mixing music, it's so important to keep focus on the sound, on the music itself, and think about the whole thing as one. Yeah? Because when you take all the tracks together and you already start shaping it and processing it, you're most of the time losing the focus to the music. Yeah? So as more as you focus on the gain structure of the song, as more you will have the real feelings and real emotions from the music in your final mix or final master. And how it really starts and what's the most important thing, I think this topic is one of the biggest black box for a lot of producers, because all these sound engineers, they talk about gain staging. And most of the people, they don't know really what it is. People start moving faders and shaping volume, but are not shaping the gain. And that's one of the topics that is so important before you start anything in your mix. You should focus on the gain. Yeah, so every DAW is a little bit different. The easiest way to access it, and I think 99% of the DAWs have it, is clip gain. So reduce the clip gain on your track and then create a balanced mix just with the clip gain of your tracks. And if you then figure out that you have issues or problems with your mix, then you can start thinking about which plugin could support the final result to make a better sound. Yeah? Is it an EQ because there's too much low end, or is it like missing top end, or do we have like one frequency that is like so sticking out that I want to correct it so that I keep the balance? And all these topics, balancing the music, balancing the structure, this is the stuff when you do it like for almost 15 years. When you go back to the first day and compare it to today, how you approach music and sound, it can be sometimes just one step to get the result. Of course, there is no rule to make it work, because there are of course some reasons that need more shape and more tools to get the final result. But if you always follow the minimalistic approach, use the gain, use the volume, use plugins only if you can't access the problem just with volume or automation of volume, then you need that tool. And if you follow these topics, do as minimum as possible, you will suddenly have more natural sound, much better results, and of course a lot more dynamic in your music. And that's something that I can always tell: focus on the gain structure. And let me know in the comments, do you have issues with gain staging? Then we can discuss it, and maybe we can do also a little video about this topic right here.